Let me say this clearly. 100,000 people lost their U.S. visas in a single year. Not because of war, not because of a pandemic, but because the rules changed and enforcement went into overdrive. If you hold a U.S. visa, are studying in the U.S., working there, or planning to apply, you need to understand what just happened. In 2025, the U.S. State Department quietly confirmed something unprecedented. More than 100,000 visas were revoked in 1 year, the highest number ever recorded. To put that in perspective, in 2024 the number was around 40,000. So yes, this more than doubled in a single year. This is not normal, and it's not random. Who was affected? Here's the breakdown that shocked a lot of people. 8,000 international students, 2,500 skilled workers, including H-1B holders. The rest were tourists and business travelers. So no, this is not just about dangerous criminals. Students, professionals, researchers, ordinary visitors, all affected. That's why this matters. Official reasons versus reality. The government listed 4 main reasons: overstaying visas, DUI arrests, assault charges. Theft sounds reasonable, right? But here's the problem. An encounter with law enforcement does not mean conviction. It doesn't even mean charges. In many cases, charges were dropped, cases were dismissed, or people were never formally charged at all, yet their visas were still revoked. That's the shift. Section 3. What happened to students? This is where it gets serious. Thousands of students discovered their visas were canceled when trying to go home for holidays, during family emergencies, or through their university's international office. No warning, no email, no letter, just status gone. Some had minor traffic violations, arrests at protests, or no criminal record at all. Many were involved in political protests, especially related to Gaza. A federal judge in Boston later ruled that targeting students for political views was unconstitutional. That tells you how far this went. Skilled workers and H-1B holders. Among skilled workers, 50% of revocations linked to DUI arrests, 30% linked to assault or battery charges. Others included drug allegations and disputes. Again, many without convictions, so people working legally for years lost everything because of a single incident. For employers, this is a nightmare. For workers, it's terrifying. Section 5. The continuous vetting system. Here's the key change. The U.S. launched something called the Continuous Vetting Center. This system monitors visa holders in real time, checks police databases, records, reports flags, even minor issues. In theory, security. In reality, zero margin for error. Even a misunderstanding with police can trigger review. This is new, and it's aggressive. Why this is a big shift? Before 2025, visa revocations usually meant serious crimes, clear immigration fraud, repeated violations. There was process. There were notices. There was time. Now, the threshold is much lower. We've moved from serious criminal deportation to minor issue possible revocation. That's a massive policy change. Political angle. Some visas were revoked due to online posts and political opinions. 6 people lost visas for social media posts after a political murder. Students lost visas after attending protests. The government's position: foreign nationals don't have full constitutional protections. Legal? Maybe. Comforting? Not at all. This is why many students are now afraid to speak, post, or protest. What this means for you. If you're a student, avoid unnecessary travel. Be extremely careful with legal issues. Understand your campus activities can be monitored. If you're on a work visa, maintain perfect compliance. Document everything. Avoid legal trouble, even minor. If you're planning to apply, know that screening is stricter, standards are higher, and tolerance is lower. If you're an employer, you need contingency plans. Sudden losses are now possible. Section 9. Legal pushback. There have been 100+ lawsuits, court injunctions, partial pauses on enforcement. But lawsuits take time. And time is exactly what students and workers don't have. Section 10. The bigger picture. This is not just about visas, it's about America's image, global talent, competitiveness, trust in the system. When people fear losing status over minor issues, they choose other countries. Canada, Australia, Europe, and that has long-term consequences. Section 11. Practical advice. If this affects you, document everything. Stay informed. Avoid unnecessary travel. Consult an immigration lawyer. Don't ignore minor legal issues. Right now, caution is not paranoia. It's strategy. 100,000 visas in 1 year. That's not just a number. That's lives, families, careers. The rules have changed. The system is stricter, and nothing is guaranteed anymore. Whether you agree with this approach or not, you need to understand it. Because in 2026, immigration to the U.S. is a different game.